whatever the time is where you're at. Welcome to another edition of Armrippintoys television or channel or whatever you'd like to call it. Figured we'd do a little video here, kind of introduce you to the shop truck. Excuse me, I'm kind of stuttering a little bit. It's actually about, I don't know, a little after 11 o'clock here, my time. We've definitely had a long day. Kind of been running around basically non-stop for, probably about 3-4 days now. Only sleeping a couple hours, so basically been going, haven't got much rest. Figured today would be a good time to introduce you to the shop truck, or at least the engine bay. Shop truck's currently down. For those of you that don't know, our shop truck is a 2006 Ford F-250 with the lovely 6.0 Power Stroke that everybody adores. Some people ask me why 6.0, why Ford? Well, you know, to be completely honest, I've owned 16 diesels, including this one. I've owned every generation of Cummins, pretty much every generation of Power Stroke except for a 6.4 Power Stroke, and as far as that's concerned, I have two very close friends that have that covered for me. Other than that, you know, I've owned a Duramax. The wife had a Duramax. We actually just sold her 2009 LMM Duramax. That was a fun ride. It was nothing crazy, you know, put down a little over 500 horse at the wheels, you know, all the basic Duramax stuff done to it. Now, as far as why 6.0, well, basically, I've always loved this body style of truck. You know, my dad has a 99 7.3 Power Stroke. He bought brand new. I kind of take after him in the sense that, you know, well, I just really like that body style. You know, some people don't, some people do. I personally do. The other thing is I've always liked the King Ranch. It's not everybody's cup of tea. It is mine. I like it. I love the King Ranch. It is me. The wife doesn't prefer it. She likes the truck, doesn't prefer the King Ranch color scheme per se. She likes the seats in it. However, she doesn't necessarily like the tan two-tone type setup that the King Ranch has. Me, I like it. Call me an old man. You know, I guess it's something I prefer. That's just me. Now we get into why the 6.0. Well, you know, like I said, I've owned every generation of Cummins and Power Stroke and, you know, some Duramaxes. I mean, essentially we could have chosen just about anything for the shop truck. However, I like being different. I like pushing the envelope. I like, I guess, doing stuff that's not so common. You know, so for me, even though the 6.0 is actually gaining traction, you know, you have Charlie Keeter, Jesse Warren, you know, the boys over at Holder Down Performance, or sorry, Holder's Diesel rather. You know, there's quite a few guys out there that are doing stuff with the 6.0. It's still kind of the black sheep of the diesel world, you know. But at the end of the day, if you know what you're doing, a little bit of maintenance, a little bit of, you know, tweaks, they can be quite reliable, you know. And my dad's 99 7.3, you know, it has a built tranny, exhaust intake, you know, edge chip. That's what he went with. It was modded back in 2005. And, you know, he's kind of just stuck with that setup. To be completely honest, I think my 6.0 will outrun it. To get into the mods of the 6.0, you know, it's got a set of intercooler pipes, 4-inch turbo back exhaust, running a stock intake, no tuning on it. It's got a coolant filter, basically, you know, kind of the general 6.0 go through, head studs, all the Ford updated parts, STC fitting, standpipes, dummy plugs, oil cooler, you name it, it's kind of been done to this thing. Overall, really solid truck, runs great. I've proven multiple times that, you know, despite all the hate for the 6.0, that these things actually start great in the cold. When properly maintained, when your charging system, your electrical system, the systems of the vehicle overall are properly maintained, you know, we've actually been able to go ahead and get this thing to auto start in 20 below, not being plugged in. I've let the thing sit for a week. Maybe we'll upload that video one of these days here, but basically it got left low on fuel. Not my fault, actually. Somebody else was using the truck, basically got left with an eighth quarter of a tank of fuel. It'd been sitting for a week at between -15 and -20 degrees Fahrenheit. I basically came home after being gone for a week, and basically to prove a point, went out, hit the auto start button. She fired right up. Did she like it? No. It ran rough for a minute until that oil started moving, kind of got flowing through there. But you know, it wasn't all that horrible. It fired up, ran, drove. We were able to drive the truck. So, you know, like I said, for me, the 6.0, I like being different. I like doing something nobody else has really done. Just trying to basically, you know, be kind of that black sheep, do something a little different. Like I said, it's gaining more traction now. People are starting to love the 6.0. For me, you know, like I said, I like it. I love the King Ranch. I love the body style, and I like tinkering with something, having something, building something that most people will talk crap about. I love people talking crap. I love, you know, the hate. It's, you know, to me, it's just one of those things that it's like, well, it just pushes me to do better. So that's that. I mean, that's kind of the reason we went with the King Ranch. Now, to get on to some other stuff. You probably wonder why, in typical Ford fashion, this thing is sitting here with the hood up. Well, there's a couple of reasons. For one, the valley, somewhere down in the engine valley, excuse me, like I said, I'm tired, I'm out of it. I'm just trying to get some footage done here for you guys, get another video uploaded. The stuff down in the engine valley, looking over it, I haven't actually really taken a good look at it, but just kind of looking at it, I'm guessing the probably oil cooler cover may be leaking, possibly somewhere on the top of the cover. I'm not really sure. I need to get down into it, dig into it, figure out what's going on. The other thing is we have a great set of up pipes that Mr. Cameron Caproni here locally did for us. Welded us up a set of basically stock up pipes, but with the vibrant bellows in them. We went ahead and wrapped them in some heat wrap. We'll go ahead and show those before we do install them, but those do need to be put in, as well as wrap the basically the factory pipe there that goes between the manifold and the up pipe and also connects to the EGR. Yes, that's right, I said EGR. And by EGR I meant EGR cooler. Essentially, we do have an EGR cooler in this. Now you might ask why. Well, quite frankly, we travel occasionally to some places that, well, aren't so friendly with, well, you know, all the EPA stuff and that sort of thing. So we have an oil cooler, or sorry, EGR cooler in this thing, and the EGR system. It is welded. The EGR cooler is welded shut. So there is that. Like I said, as far as visual, wanted it to look visual, look factory, that sort of thing. That's pretty much that. As far as mods, there's a few things here. Give me just a second. Let me actually switch cameras around and we'll go over some of the mods here. And we are back. Like I said, just had to switch cameras around here. As far as mods, yes, that is Sinister Diesel stuff. Now, before you start hating, I'm sure there will be at least 20 or 30 comments, if not more, of people talking crap about Sinister Diesel. Now, let me get into this. One, piping is piping. It's pretty hard to mess up a set of pipes. I don't really care where you get it from. Sure, if we were building a 1,000 horsepower race truck, obviously we would want to go with the best quality parts that we possibly can. Now, the other thing is, this stuff was on here when we got the truck. We've only actually owned the truck about 6 months, maybe 7 max. So the Sinister diesel coolant filter, the Sinister diesel intercooler pipes, they were all on there. Now, real quick, getting into the pipes, you may notice that that clamp right there on the turbo is loose. Yes, it's loose. Like I said, we're getting ready to tear into this thing. I've already started loosening that, and before I continued, I figured, well, let's do a quick video, kind of introduce the shop truck. Now, other upgrades, like I said, kind of went through the general, all the kind of 6.0 fixes have been done. Anything that's a common failure point on this truck has been done. You name it, yes, it's been done. Now, the turbo itself, while it may look pretty factory, that's actually a turbo from Mr. John Titus over there at Titan Turbos. He does great work. He's a veteran, for those of you that don't know. Really down-to-earth guy, quality, top-notch work, and his products flat out perform. He stands behind all of his work, and basically, you know, it's just... he's a great guy to work with. We offer his turbos on the website. If you haven't visited it yet, go check it out. I know currently he's going through some stuff, switching some suppliers for some of his parts. Turbo sales are going to be down for a little while. We have not adjusted our website to reflect that, but just be aware of that. So if you do try and order a turbo on the website, more than likely we will have to contact you and let you know there will be a delay. There's also going to be price adjustments for his turbo, so be aware of that. With that being said, as far as aftermarket, I mean, that's pretty much it. We did just do finally a 4-inch turbo back exhaust. You can see the downpipe there on the turbo. The downpipe itself is actually just a hair smaller, but you know, we did the 4-inch exhaust there. Basically did a full exhaust system from the turbo back. It is a muffler, MBRP system, does have the muffler. You can see those on our website. Like I said, I'm a little bit of an old man when it comes to my trucks. I've had modded trucks, I've had stock trucks, I've had them all in between. This is the tow rig. That's basically it. This is the tow pig. We do have another project coming soon that will be basically a giant play toy. Our helper Patrick, you'll see him from time to time. He helped us design our website. He helps us work on trucks. Great guy. Anyways, he'll be picking up another vehicle here soon, so stay tuned for that, because that will be a play toy for the shop, for the channel, for the whole deal. So, that being said, once again, that's kind of the general run-through on the truck. Truck has 132,000 miles. We will get some more footage here once the truck is out of the shop. Now, the other thing is, you probably noticed the stock intake. That'll probably go soon. Haven't really decided. I kind of like the filtration factor. To me, that's more important than necessarily the performance side. Up here, for those of you that don't know, we do live in Alaska. Things in Alaska, we're kind of rougher on our trucks than a lot of places. You have places that will reach 100 degrees in the summertime. The same place will be -60 in the wintertime. That's called Fairbanks for those that aren't in Alaska. Fairbanks, Alaska, look it up. Anyways, we have that. Our dirt, our sand is glacial silt. It's very fine, very, very abrasive. It gets into stuff, it tears stuff up, it acts like giant sandpaper. If you don't have good filtration after a couple 100,000 miles on your truck up here, your valves can actually look like they've been sandblasted. So we've seen a lot of issues from lack of filtration. I don't know. We may switch, we may not. Still kind of up in the air about it. Kind of considered the no limit option. We do offer no limit stuff. You can go check them out on our website. We offer AFE for the 6.0, 6.4s, 6.7s, no limit. You know, they're a great product. If we do go that, we will be running a dry filter. We will be running the outerwear. I don't know. Like I said, we kind of up in the air. don't know what we're gonna do there. While I've got you guys here too, we'll show you another thing. This is something else that we've been getting into here. Basically, as you can see, we have been working on the front end of this truck as well. The previous owner of this truck was not the best, you could say, at maintenance. So with that being said, we've kind of been going through this thing. We've got new U-joints, ball joints, the actual axle shaft on this side. So the short shaft, it's a brand new axle shaft that was actually tweaked. Like I said, U-joints, ball joints, axle shaft on this side, vacuum seals, hub assemblies. We've got new worn lockers to go in this thing. We've got new brake pads, brake rotors, basically all brand new. If not this go around, within the next 30 days, we'll also be doing tie rod ends, tie rods, that whole deal, to get the steering up to par. So a little bit for you there, kind of the shop truck, what we got going on, kind of where we're going with it, to give you guys an idea of the plans. We will be going with tuning. We run innovative diesel for our Ford stuff for the 6.0, 6.4, 6.7 power strokes. Of course, the 6.7s we do offer the Easy Link product as well. 7.3s, we've got a local guy, Mr. Dusty Hogate, Robert Wright. Shout out to those guys. Definite 7.3 gurus. You know, we try to work with those guys. I send a lot of 7.3 questions, parts, that sort of stuff, tuning, that sort of thing their way. They know what they're doing. They have a great package. They love doing the 7.3s. It's just their world. You know, so we send some stuff their way. They're kind of our 7.3 go-to. It is what it is. We other than that, back on track here. Like I said, we more than likely will go innovative diesel tuning with an SCT, probably a live wire, I don't know, still up in the air. Maybe go X4, get the CTS2 for monitoring, who knows. Still kind of deciding which way we want to go. Up until this point, we've kind of been like, nah, let's keep it stock, old man like, that sort of thing. Like I said, I've owned tuned trucks. We're getting ready to have another project truck for the shop. Within the next 12 months, we'll be buying the wife another diesel. Still up in the air as which direction we're going for her, kind of leaving that up to her, but that will be a play toy as well. So, you know, with that being said, we'll have two play toys, two shop trucks that are basically for nothing but fun around here in the next 6 months to a year. One of those will be in the next 2-ish months. I'm guessing actually more a couple weeks, but we'll see. Anyways, that being said, we don't need another play toy. We need something reliable that will tow the toys and tow what we needed to tow. So here she is. That being said, I don't know. The whole tuning thing, we'll see. Once again, kind of showing you what we're doing. Front end stuff. For those of you that don't know, you do need a specialty tool to basically drive the vacuum seals in. That's kind of where we're at here. It's not that expensive. This shipping to Alaska is fairly expensive. For those of you that don't know, it's kind of a pain to get stuff up here. Anyways, long story short, we had to order the specialty tool here. We'll pull that out, kind of show that to you guys here real quick, what that looks like. Anyways, we aren't done. We've kind of just started driving those in. We'll finish those up here probably tomorrow. Wanted to give you guys kind of an idea of what's going on with the truck. Like I said, introduce you to the shop truck. We'll get some more footage later on of the shop truck. Let's see here. I think that's about it. That pretty much covers the shop truck. Let me switch the video here real quick. Go back to the other camera and we'll talk a little more. All right, folks. So we'll get this video wrapped up here. Like I said, wanted to do a quick introduction there. We'll get more into it, dive more into the shop truck a little later on. We do have plans. Most of them are related to, well, towing or reliability stuff. So, you know, you won't see a lot of performance stuff on this truck. Any working on it we do is going to be maintenance, that sort of thing. You're going to see, like I said, I'm going to try and do some shooting tomorrow, probably, of us tearing everything in the valley apart, show you that, maybe show the front end stuff going back together, get a little time-lapse action for you guys, that sort of stuff. The other thing is, I wanted to kind of mention this because we're probably going to get comments on it. People are going to say, well, you guys own a diesel business, you have a website, you have a business, you work on trucks, you have a shop, all that sort of stuff. Why are you in the garage? Well, it's simple. Basically, do I have access to a shop? Yes. Do we work on trucks there? Sometimes. To be completely honest, we prefer to work here a lot of the time. And the reason why is for filming purposes, not just filming, but kind of show and tell, if you will. We want to show people that essentially you can work on your truck yourself. We want to show them how to do it. Yeah, is it kind of creating competition? No, not really. We want to work with people. We want to grow the sport. That's our goal. Our goal isn't to basically get into this to get rich. That's not it at all. We basically started the website, we started the business to offer people basically affordable options to actually buy parts, get them cheap. Not necessarily cheap, I guess that's the wrong word, but basically try to offer people the most cost-effective, affordable options that we can for their trucks. Quality parts, obviously, we have over 75,000 products. I can get just about anything that you would like. Back on track to why we're working in the garage. With the videos especially, we want to show people it can be done in the garage. It can be done with basic hand tools. You don't need a lot of specialty tools. In some cases, like I said, you essentially will need. Prime example, the vacuum punch, I guess the vacuum installer tool, whatever you want to call it there. That's a specialty tool. It's $100. You know, actually it's 70 to 80 everywhere online, depending on how expensive shipping is where you're at. May or may not cost you that. So with that being said, I mean, other than that, here at the garage, here at home, we have a lot of basic hand tools. I mean, do we have a couple specialty tools? Sure. Do we have air tools? Yes. Do we have, you know, some stuff that the average Joe wouldn't have? Absolutely. But once again, our goal is to show you that you can do this basically in your driveway, in your garage, whatever have you, and you don't need to have a shop filled with hundreds of thousands of dollars of tools or equipment to do these projects on your truck. Everything from, you know, basic maintenance to maybe more major stuff like the front end work, that sort of thing. Like I said, a lot of the trucks we actually do work on a regular basis. You know, we'll take them to the shop, we'll work on them there. It really just depends on what we're doing, that sort of thing. But we do like working out of here. Like I said, it's a little more friendly. We do, you know, like working out of the garage just for the a lot on our own vehicles, that sort of thing. Like I said, we want to show you the stuff that can be done at home. Would I do a full motor build here? Probably not. Could it be done? Sure. Plenty of people do it. Me personally, I would probably take it to the shop at that point. Makes it a little easier. But once again, you know, you can do all of this stuff out of your house, out of your garage, your driveway, whatever have you. It can be done. It just needs to be a little more, I guess, you need to be, would be a better way to word that, a little more meticulous when you're doing this stuff. Make sure you keep track of everything very well. We usually like to recommend Ziploc bags, Sharpie, label everything, take lots of pictures, that sort of stuff. It's the easiest way to keep track of everything and kind of have a good idea we certainly encourage our customers, if they kind of get stuck on something, give us a call. You know, we've had lots and lots of calls from guys that they really want to do them work themselves, but they just, you know, they get stuck, something of that nature. We're happy to help. You know, well, me specifically, I guess, I use my personal cell as a business line more so than anything else, just because, you know, like I said, I want to have that good customer service. I want to be there. We want to be able to get back to you right away. So that sort of stuff, you know, with that being said, you know, we really just, like I said, we encourage the calls, the texts, shoot us a message on Facebook, whatever you need. If you are stuck on something, we're happy to help and do what we can. But it's just about growing the sport, you know. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Some people just prefer to hand you the keys, hand you the truck, and say, here, make it go fast, make it hit this goal, make it tow my trailer better, make it do this or that or the other. And we're happy to accommodate. If that's you and that's what you prefer, we're happy to help. But for those of you that like working on your own truck, might kind of be a little skittish about working on your own truck, but you want to try the bigger project, you want to do this, that, the other, whatever it is, you know, that's what this channel's about. That's what it's really all about. You know, the sport's really about the enthusiasts. So, you know, I mean, we're happy to help. We definitely want to make sure that we can give you guys some great content. You know, a lot of this is going to be about like our lives, what goes on, you know, in the daily lives, in the diesel industry. We're going to try and give you some great insight. We'll cover events as we can, when we can get to those. You know, we're going to cover a lot of cool stuff. Do some ride-alongs, check out some local shops here in Alaska. That's another big thing we're going to be doing, is checking out stuff, car, truck, diesel, maybe not so diesel. We got a friend of ours that does some awesome gun work, that stipling of hand grips, that sort of thing. The guy's truly an artist. I mean, the stuff that he comes up with is awesome. So we will have some stuff like that, not to bore you guys, to basically kind of have great content all around. Anyways, that being said, I guess that kind of covers it. Like I said, most of these videos you're gonna see us at the garage, here at the house, just because we want to show you can do this yourself in your garage, and there's really no reason not to. You might see us at the shop occasionally. Usually we're not filming there. Usually we're actually trying to, I guess, more seriously buckle down, get customer trucks in and out, that sort of stuff. Other than that, like I said, any questions, comments, leave comments below. Shoot us a private message on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I mean, we're all over. Let us know. Questions, comments, whatever. We're gonna probably start doing a questions segment as well once a week. We're gonna try and start popping out these videos about every 2, maybe 3 days, to give you guys some good content pretty consistently. I think that's about it, though. Like I said, social media, like, comment, subscribe, follow. If this is your first time stopping into the YouTube channel, definitely subscribe. Give a big thumbs up to this video. Other than that, have a great time, have a great night, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is there where you are at, and we will see you on the next episode here at Arm Rippin' Toys Television. Thanks.